I've heard this was actually kind of popularly requested.
Yeah, we had some really good support coming into it. So thank you everyone who's wanted to see something like this. And I asked last week what we should talk about, if anyone has any topics we should cover, and it was actually really interesting. Someone asked a question, which I think would be a good way to introduce all of us and like taste in pop culture. I mean, it's pretty easy to say I have the best taste here, but anyways, so I'll pose it to Adam first. So your favorite movies, directors, genres, actors, and favorite book to movie adaptation.
Oh God, I'm probably like the worst person to kind of ask these kind of questions about because when it comes to movies, for me at least, it always is movies that I like, which sounds like a bit of a cop out, right? Like, I'm very bad at being able to be like, oh, I like this director or this so and so, like Tarantino. Like everybody likes Tarantino, right? But I wouldn't say that I'm a Tarantino fanboy or something. That every time like or every time like a Chris Nolan film comes out. Although I'm very excited for Tenet.
Yeah.
Well,
you better be excited for Tenet. You better be excited. It looks pretty good, man. It looks pretty damn good.
I'm not that excited for it.
I reckon it's gonna be good.
I don't know. I've only seen bits and pieces. I've tried to keep myself a little bit like.
But that's how Nolan always does it. Like he never gives too much away in the trailers. Like when was the last time you really got the plan, like the whole plot of the movie by just watching the trailer? Unless it was like a sequel.
Dunkirk.
I mean Dunkirk. But Dunkirk you don't. But you don't.
We don't talk about Dunkirk.
Why don't we talk about what's? Oh, you guys didn't like Dunkirk?
No.
Are we just going to get into a fight first episode? Is that what's happening?
Let's do it. Let's go.
I think everyone unanimously agrees it was a horrible film.
What are you
for
talking
Chris
about?
Nolan standards. For Chris Nolan standards,
I've heard good things about it. I haven't seen
Dunkirk
it.
Was amazing from like the way it was shot was just beautiful.
Yeah, you know what was amazing? 1917.
I did watch 1917.
That was a fantastic film.
But
maybe that's the movie I'm getting confused about. People really liking because 1917 I heard was really good. Maybe Dunkirk was the one which I don't know.
Look, Dunkirk was the way that I look at Dunkirk was the way that it incorporated, the battle on the sea, on the ground, and up in the air. Like it all kind of like comes together.
It's three different storylines. Like it was a good idea, but I don't think it was executed right. Because towards like the middle, it kind of, I don't know, it kind of dragged on a bit.
There was no superhero. Where was
Where was Batman?
Batman
there was no one dropping in from the sky.
That's what happened.
Thor wasn't coming in.
You know what? He dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah. Someone asked, "Is this anime yet?" We'll get on to that.
Yeah.
Anime adaptation.
Anime adaptation. Hey, if anybody wants to do an anime adaptation of us, be my guest.
Awesome. Yeah.
But just to kind of get back to your question, I'm probably really bad at like saying because I don't like picking favorites when it comes to things. I'm more of someone who says like either I like something or I don't like it. I'd probably have to do a tier list. We should do a tier list sometime, right? Like where we get like a tier list of favorite like so and so, and we can rank things and then judge each other and compare notes. All that.
I always judge you guys anyway, so it's fine.
So 1917 was that a thumbs up?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of the movies. Unfortunately. But I mean, maybe someone else.
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh,
I like Shawshank.
Shawshank's good.
Shawshank's really good.
Yeah, that's a classic.
American History X.
That's a really good movie as well.
It's a good movie. It's very dark, very dark.
I put on like 3 minutes of it.
Speaking of dark, Donnie Darko.
Donnie Darko, good movie.
Great film.
Sequel, very bad.
I didn't even
it was a sequel.
Yeah, it was based around the how Donnie has like a sister. It's based around her.
Oh yeah, so
right.
Well, what is that? What you wanted to say, Tak? Was it something?
I'm just saying, like it just feels inorganic.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was called like S Darko or something like that. It was during that time when a lot of
everything had a sequel.
Yeah, and they usually weren't good quality at all. But yeah, maybe. What about you?
What about the audience? What is our audience?
Name your
favorites.
Favorite movies. in the chat.
Oh well, apparently you
Go
look the
off, man.
youngest, which is very depressing for me, Simon. You look the youngest,
It's dep-
apparently, Simon.
It's
I'm the
depressing
Out
for
of all
me.
of us.
Yeah,
Aw.
it's true. I'm younger than all of you.
You are.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm a what are they?
No
I'm a
doubt.
Fun fact.
what's the one
Simon,
before after millennial? I'm that.
fun
After
fact.
Gen
Simon,
X. Oh no, Gen I, Gen whatever.
Y
Gen-
X.
Gen-
Ooh,
Gen-
Godfather.
Gen
We
Y.
got the Godfather. Someone said.
To be
that-
honest, I get a lot of hate for it, but I've never actually seen The Godfather.
Well, maybe you should watch
No.
it.
Yeah, maybe you should. Maybe you should.
I'm not a fan of mob movies, man. Like they're
Oh,
all,
you don't
Like
like The
Scarface
Departed?
kind
You don't
of-
like
nah,
what is it?
You don't like
Goodfellas?
gangster films?
nah.
Man,
No,
we can-
What
we
about
can
what
gangster-
about in video games?
They're
Did you
all
ever play
played.
Mafia when it first came out? Like, did you play
I
that game?
did, but like, yeah, no, I don't know. It's just like the Wild West and mafia movies. I never get
Hey,
it. Like,
what's going on?
I'm not a fan.
Oh, look who
Oh,
it
look
is.
at
Hey,
At a
Hey.
special guest?
while you're here, why don't you tell us? This is my boy. Yassine, come in. It's all right. Come in. What's
Yeah,
your
this
you're
time
gonna
it
be on the
wasn't a
spot.
mistake.
Since you stormed in my room while I'm live streaming, I'm gonna put you on the spot. No, you come into the front of the camera. Look at the camera. Say hello.
Yeah,
to the
you
audience.
got
Say-
you got
say
And
nothing
hi
to
now
to
you tell
the
us
rest
what
of
your
the
favorite
world.
film is.
You really sure?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, God.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Sure.
I'm scared
Drum
now.
roll.
Yeah,
Drum roll.
I'm surprised.
Favorite film. Go on.
As Spider-Man.
No, seriously.
Fine.
you say Spider-Man?
He's
Yeah,
out.
there's a spider or something. Now,
okay.
wait,
All
he's
right.
disappeared now. What is
I
this?
think he said Spider. Did he say Spider-Man or just said
Yeah,
Spider?
I heard
I
Spider-Man.
think
as
I
well.
heard him say there's a spider over there, like as in
Yeah,
you
it
should
needs
be
to like run
careful
off. Yeah.
because
Um,
there's gonna be a spider attack later.
But speaking of movies, I think there's a movie that I was really obsessed about, and I was asking everyone like, oh, what are their thoughts on it? So we'll talk a bit about it. If you guys haven't seen The Lighthouse, came out last year, can't remember which month, directed by Robert Eggers, I think. Is his name?
Yeah, I was looking
Um,
him up. He only did another film called The Witch, which
Yeah,
I
The
haven't.
Witch. That was
Have
a
you
really
have
good
you guys seen that? The Witch.
I
I
haven't seen
haven't,
that,
but
no.
it's gotten really good reviews.
Yeah, it's
So-
like a horror film.
Yeah. But not your conventional like kind of pop scare horror. Like it's very like creepy sort of horror.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen it. But
yeah.
yeah, The Lighthouse. I actually only recently watched it at your request, Tack.
Same
'cause
goes.
You told me, you said
Yeah.
this was the best film in the world, and I'm gonna love
I
it.
didn't say it's
so,
the best film
You
in
know,
the
so now we're
world.
gonna,
You were
gonna
frothing,
have a
man.
chat
You were
about it. mate.
frothing. Let's not
It was a
forget.
really good film.
Frothing about this film.
Yeah.
It's just like a lot of the intricacies I picked out on. So just for the viewers who haven't seen it, I don't want to go into spoiler territory, but the story is pretty much about Robert Pattinson's character. He's new to the lighthouse. He's like a rookie, and you got Willem Dafoe. You might know him as the Green Goblin from Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Fun-
that's like the first thing I thought when I saw his ass. It's like, hey, look, it's a
Fun-
Green Goblin.
Do you guys
Fun
remember
fact-
the first scene before Tech carries on? There's the first scene when they show the two together. He makes that face that he makes as Green Goblin.
Yeah. So the fun fact, when I was a kid, I used to be more scared of Willem Dafoe's face
Then Green Goblin.
than the actual Green Goblin. So
Oh, like out of
They did a accurate casting, right? They chose
Yeah,
William
it was-
Dafoe to be the Green Goblin.
But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I
That
remember
was
because I
well
watched
done.
that in cinemas. That was a scary film to watch when you're like 5 years old.
You know, Willem Dafoe would have been a excellent cast for the Joker if they ever like wanted. Well, I don't know about now, but I'm sure he could still pull it off. But
I think
know,
Boss Logic did like a rendition of his like.
oh,
took his
really?
face,
Like
yeah,
an,
and
like
just
an
like, yeah,
artwork
yeah.
of it?
Yeah, that would be
Ah,
cool.
excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's just
Um,
got that like that rubbery kind of face that like, all those kind of. Well, that's what
That
I
is
don't know.
good.
Like
The-
Jim Carrey, like he's very animated with
yeah.
how he can like look and stuff, and he's done those kind of evil roles. So I would have loved to see him as a Joker. Maybe one day. Who knows?
Who knows?
But yeah, go on.
Yeah, with the Lighthouse, you got Robert Pattinson, new dude, joins Willem Dafoe in being a lighthouse keeper. Sounds boring, but you slowly see Robert Pattinson divulge into insanity. You just see him go freaking nuts. Like
Yep.
starts having like wet dreams about freaking mermaids and
That was so
Yeah.
uncomfortable to watch with
that
my
was
sister.
really uncomfortable. Yeah, it's not a movie you should watch with your family.
I didn't
Yeah,
realize
I
there was
haven't-
going to be a wet dream about a mermaid.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
there
did
was-
not expect that.
There was so much like scenes in that movie about them like jerking off.
yeah,
mate. Like,
tentacles.
I
Yeah.
just was not prepared.
There was a lot of
but I'm-
sexual tension, not gonna lie.
Yeah. So yeah.
In
so
the film
essentially,
or when you were watching it?
Oh, both, mate, both.
Yeah. So yeah, what was your thoughts about it? Because you were really hyped about talking about
was
this
really
film, and you were
hyped
telling
about
me, because yeah, one of the more like kind of striking things about this film is that it's kind of filmed. I don't know what
for the people in the chat. The movie's called The Lighthouse.
yeah, the
Put it in the
Lighthouse.
chat. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
from 2019.
2019.
Yeah. So
No spoilers for anyone that's that when we talk
everyone
about
dies.
it. But,
Everyone dies. Everyone dies.
well, but I'm told that the
No
Titanic
spoilers,
sinks in the
yeah.
end. There's an iceberg, hits it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
everyone-
They all die.
Yeah.
People are shuffling deck chairs.
Yeah, for
No,
some
don't
reason
know
they
why.
couldn't fit like what's the guy Leonardo DiCaprio's like body on that like thing, you know? Like
the
I always found
raft,
that so
yeah.
weird when I saw the Titanic. It's like why couldn't he hold on to that like piece of wood or whatever? Like why
mean,
did he die? It doesn't make any sense.
I think one of the things that turned me off Titanic was I remember in Bangladesh we all watched it like with my family, all my cousins and that. And then there was that one scene. Everyone knows the one scene if you've watched Titanic, and that was really uncomfortable to
yeah,
watch with
the-
like
where
20
he's
of your
drawing a
cousins
picture of her?
overseas. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really
I went and
uncomfortable to
watched that
watch.
with my parents,
Fun
and that came on,
times.
and we're in the
Really?
cinema. We're in the,
No
we're in the
escape.
cinema, and it was
Jesus.
very awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
I
would've-
could
they
imagine.
cover your eyes?
I never ever after that
Yeah.
took my parents to the cinema.
I heard like because your parents were telling me your hand was in your pants for some reason when you're in cinema when that
Yeah.
scene
Oh,
came.
really?
Yeah.
Well, where are your hands right now, buddy?
They're
What
on
big
my
talk,
drink, bro. They're on my drink. Alif asked
Yeah,
me
it's
when
Well,
I'm
then-
drinking, I'm drinking Ribena.
He's just he's shaking his drink
Ribena
bottle.
goes off. Yeah, just
But
Oh,
yeah,
but
like
this stream has had a bit of a turn, hasn't it?
yeah.
Taken a bit of a turn.
It's what
Look,
the lighthouse does to you. But
it does.
back on topic. So one of the three themes that really stood out to me in this film. One of them is, which is what I'll talk about first, is claustrophobia. So the movie is very claustrophobic. If you see like the house is very cramped, the rooms are very cramped, everything, and like Willem Dafoe's like always in his face. There's never a moment where he's alone unless he's jerking off to a mermaid.
Well,
That's like the only time he
Wait,
gets alone.
I actually agree with you, and I think
Yeah.
if you watch the movie inside a closet, it might actually give you that experience as well.
Well, I
Maybe,
mean,
man.
look, there's several reasons why, certain people were in closets throughout this entire film, but we can get
Yes.
into that a little
No,
later
no
too.
spoilers,
Yes.
man. No spoilers.
I don't think it's a spoiler. I think that's
Zach,
a
you were
theme.
watching
Heads
it.
up. It's more like
You
a
were in
heads
the
up.
closet, right? You were in the closet when you were watching it, and then you came out of the closet.
Look, I'm not gonna confirm nor deny, but can I actually fucking finish this?
And no, what do you think this is?
I'm gonna keep derailing.
Yeah. Like I like
I'll
this.
derail. I'll rail you in a minute, man.
Yeah, do it live.
But pretty much. So what I picked out from this film, like especially with the theme of claustrophobia, is the movie's actually shot in a 19:1 ratio, which even further implicates the fact that everything's claustrophobic, everything's so squished together. Because no film in recent years, everything's usually like 16:9 aspect ratio, I think. So
Yeah, I think
That's
that's
a
like the
standard.
current.
That's a standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16:9. Yeah.
yeah, so that was really interesting for me. Was there anything that stood out to you guys in this movie?
It's black and white for one.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I
that
think
too.
I know a lot of people kind of don't like black and white films because I guess it's a certain aesthetic that either you try and use because you're trying to harken back to a certain era of film, or you're trying to use the black and white nature of a film to kind of up the like aspects of things like shadows or like light and stuff. Like they kind of really pop when you're using just black and white, and I think it's something that's obviously a theme in this film as well, like kind kind of like darkness and the sea and stuff. So yeah, like all of it kind of goes together in like that black and white motif. Yeah, but like I said, if black and white films like aren't really your things, you can still give this film a go. It's not like it's like an old film but done in a modern way, because if that makes sense. There's a lot of jump cuts, but the jump cuts kind of take you from one scene to another, and they're all trying to like convey a message or an image.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah, one thing that stood out for me was the different like focal lengths they use for the when they were using the cinematography, right? Of course, like it's shot in a not so popular format, which is 19 by was it 19 by 10? Was it
19 by 1.
19 by 1? Yeah. So
19 to 1 aspect ratio. Yeah.
Was it 19 to 1 or was it 1.9 to 1? Because 19 to 1 would just be a straight line, isn't it?
A straight line.
It's just a straight line.
Yeah. You guys didn't see that? That was so
You guys
dumb.
watch,
Yeah,
you guys
one
watch
straight line.
We all watch different movies now.
Yeah, that would be.
I think it could be 1 point, because it looked like it was a rectangle, right? So it was a vertical.
Someone on the chat says 9/11.
9/11.
9/11.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
Yes, everything.
I watched that movie in 2001.
Yeah, live. I watched it
Yeah,
live.
I think we look. I was wondering why Cheese TV wasn't on, man. Like,
That was. I watched it in live stream, man. What are you talking about?
But yeah, what about you, Simon? What did you think of The Lighthouse?
I actually didn't watch it.
This guy lied to me for like 2 weeks, man. Nah, hey, can we kick him out of the chat? Can we kick him out of the chat for real?
He didn't even watch it.
He
Oh,
well.
yeah. I watched it.
Oh man, excellent.
So that's my commentary. I'm just nodding my head. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
But
You
now,
know what?
I
You
mean,
should
I've
have. You
heard
should have
what-
tried. You should have tried to at least bullshit your way with the evidence that we presented.
We
Oh,
gave
yeah,
you
like
enough
Google-
material. We gave you
Google
enough
what other
material.
people think about Lighthouse.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna
claim
have
it's my
to,
own.
I'm gonna have to freaking
Damn.
quiz him every time.
But now I just wanted to see what the three of you said about it and whether it was worth me watching it. Now, Adam and Summit has given a glowing review, so I'll go watch it.
No.
overall,
Here's the
as
thing.
a movie itself, I would probably leave it at about 7.5. Like from,
Yeah, look,
from what
I think the thing that's really good about the film is it looks really good. Like it's filmed very beautifully and stuff.
yeah.
And I think like if you're a big person who's into kind of like film analysis and trying
Definitely.
to kind of look into like all the little details, like even just like because for
The
example they're at a island where this lighthouse is and they're taking care of it, right? And there are seagulls everywhere, and even the seagulls are purposely placed in the film.
Yep.
And later come back as like an aspect to it. So if you want to kind of break down a film, like you can. This film has everything like that. But I think overall, like I'd say it's like slightly above average. I think like, but everything else about it, like all the individual components of it, is really good. Like it's filmed really well. The acting's really good, especially Willem Dafoe. I like. There's like
Willem
probably
Dafoe.
the
He's a
best
great
part.
actor.
Yeah, the best part in the film, in my opinion, is he.
Don't spill your beans.
No, not that part. It's like when he like curses what is it? Robert Pattinson's character. Like there's just this monologue that he goes on, and it's really like
And he just keeps going on and on about.
yeah, it's really good. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
That's probably the best part in the film.
Someone
I'd know about it if I watched it, but
It's worth a watch. Look, it's worth a watch. I think you might take a different aspect.
I've got to go though, because it's nearly 8:30 and that's my bedtime. So I'm gonna leave you guys to the stream, and I might watch it downstairs with the family. So keep me entertained, guys.
Let us
just-
know when you come
don't-
back.
don't
Yeah.
skip the
I'll be
mermaid
live.
scene.
I'll be live chatting as well. I'll be like just messaging you guys random stuff. So we'll see how it goes.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
you can join. You can join in the chat.
Yeah, I will.
Alright.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, thanks for coming for.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
for-
Thanks
the
for
time that you
ruining
could,
my
man.
night.
No, thanks for making the stream better.
Oh, that's a bit harsh. You want me to leave now?
Yeah, I do.
This guy. All right, now have fun, guys.
All right, see you later, dude.
Enjoy
Yeah,
your
bye.
flight.
You guys can catch Sime next week, Tuesday.
Yes,
When we
next
go out.
Tuesday on the Mind Over Matter podcast
Mind
that
Over
we do.
Matter.
Don't forget to tune in.
Someone in the
Series.
chat, Alif said, Adam, we should go get
Yeah.
Look Mars together. Yeah, down because
he always wants Lukma when he's down in the.
I
West.
always do. Lukmas
Yeah.
are really good for
He
people who
went
don't know. Like,
Hey,
how
have
would
you
how would you describe
Lukma?
Lukmas?
Lukma, these nuts.
Got him.
Got him. They're just small donuts, man. Just
Yeah, like,
tiny fluff donuts. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Um,
know that. Yeah,
Quick
sorry,
plug to Chromies. They just check out Chromies if you're in the West or if you.
Yeah,
ever
they
want.
make excellent
They
Lukmas.
make really good Lukmas.
Sponsoring this podcast,
shout
I'm
out.
not joking.
Shout out Chromies. They got Uber Eats if you can't go out because of lockdown.
Yeah, use code Mind on the Matters. No, just joking. But anyways, but yeah, yeah. Look, there's aspects of the film, and I don't like a lot of it is about like identity as well. You know, I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out like.
I think power is the biggest.
You see,
power is the
the
biggest.
thing about this movie is hard to kind of talk about it without spoiling stuff,
Yeah,
right? Because
that's
one of the
true, yeah.
biggest things about this film is about like sexual identity. Throughout this
okay.
entire film is about
Yeah.
that. Yes, 100%. But I don't want to spoil the film for
Yeah,
people, so I can't
fair
talk
enough.
about it.
Yeah.
Maybe we can talk about it off stream. But what about you, Summer? What was your kind of big thing about this film that you like?
Definitely the cinematography, and the way they use dark on dark, but you can still see the silhouette in certain shots, especially when he wakes up at night and he's trying to go and suss out what's happening in the lighthouse. There are certain scenes where even though they're showing that it's complete darkness outside, but you can still see what's happening, and that's the way they've done it and the way they've captured it. It's absolutely beautiful. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but even the frame rates, the way the movie was shot, in certain scenes, the frame rates go really high. So things are moving a bit rapidly. Yeah,
Okay.
and then some in some scenes, the scenes are high resolution. You can tell because of the way they shot, the dynamic range and everything. It's just it's amazing.
Just as a side note, someone in the questions asked if we've seen the WAP music video. I mean,
all I can say is I've watched the video maybe 10 times and I only know like one lyric, so that shows you my attention span.
Nothing
Yeah,
beats Ben Shapiro's version of WAP.
Nah,
That's
fuck Ben Shapiro.
Nah,
no,
man.
no. Ben
That's-
Shapiro, Ben Shapiro kills it, mate.
He
Also, I was
kills
very
it.
confused. I was actually very confused because I was watching the video clip. Cause I was like, oh, well, what's everybody talking about? And it's like they're like say wet and gushy. I'm like, why is they saying gushy?
Gucci. Yeah, that's the radio. That's the radio.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
I found out. And I found out. I was like, yeah, like where's the actual? Yeah, it was very confusing for me until I realized. But it's so weird. Like if you watch the video clip, they're just like ass everywhere. But then like for some reason,
Gushy.
like they can't say like like wet ass pussy. You can't say that apparently.
Hey,
On the
you're not
music
allowed to
video.
say it either, mate.
What do you mean?
Watch
I'm allowed to
yourself.
say
Take it
Try
back.
me.
Watch yourself, mate.
Try me. YouTube gods, come at me, mate. But yeah, I mean,
That's a great. Someone asked us what music do we listen to. I listen to country music,
country music,
purely country, and
country
actually-
roads.
I actually do listen to country music. That like I'd say it as a joke, but like it's actually true as well.
Nice.
What's a country artist that you like listening to?
Keith Urban, mate.
Keith Urban.
Keith Urban goes hard. Keith Urban, Luke
I think I
Combs.
don't know. Oh, you
Garth
see, I don't know.
Brooks.
Other than like Dolly Parton, I can't really think of. I can't really. Oh, does Shannon Knoll count? He counts. as country.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Australian
Australian
country,
legend,
mate.
Yeah.
Legit.
But yeah, it's very
Proper
good.
legend.
Very good question because we'll talk about music because lot has happened in the music sphere today. So
Hey,
we'll-
do you want
we'll
to
get back.
take that on now, or do you want to leave that for later?
Oh, okay.
Since everyone's
unless-
there talking
unless
about
you-
music.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could talk about it.
Yeah, yeah,
Nas's
yeah.
new
What's the
album.
news?
Nas's new album today that came out. It's
Dope.
fire.
What's it called? I actually don't know. I haven't been paying
the
attention
the
at all.
King's Disease. It's called.
King's disease. Damn.
Shit,
alright.
shit name, but
I
because
don't know. Depends. Depends
like,
on what
nah,
it's
it was-
about.
yeah. Is this because after last year or 2 years ago? 2 years ago when Nas's album came out with it was Kanye produced, and I was so excited for it when it came out. Like it's still a good album, but I don't think
Could have been
it's-
better.
Yeah, it could have been better. Like especially because one of the biggest criticisms of that people have of Nas is that he's like his production is boring. So when you see Kanye, like, come on, like you know it's going to be great production, and it still didn't like pop off like it should have, but this one was really good.
Okay, who produced this album?
Hit Boy, which most people know him for the song Forever. Drake's like, you know, Drake's breakout song with Eminem and Kanye and who else was in that? It was Drake, Eminem, Kanye, Lil Wayne. Forever. It was for
Okay,
LeBron James's movie.
LeBron James. Which
LeBron
movie?
LeBron James.
He had like it was like a documentary or a movie about his life. It came out like ages ago. I
Oh,
can't
okay.
remember what it
No,
was
not
called,
the new
but-
Space Jam movie. Did you guys see the new Space Jam like
outfit. Yeah, it was
yeah,
stupid.
outfit? Looks kind of
It was
underwhelming.
I actually haven't
just
seen it.
saying.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, have a look at it. Hopefully later on, like, you know, as we kind of get better with the whole live streaming stuff, we'll try and like have like something up on screen for you guys
Yeah.
in the audience to look at as well. So sorry about that for now, but look it up. It's like the new Space Jam uniform. I don't know. It seems kind of underwhelming, but it is cool that it's being made at least. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm kind of don't know.
People saying in the chat
Oh,
that
yeah,
the
they
screen's
do look a
black,
bit.
but
sorry. What's up?
someone's saying the screen's black in the chat.
Oh, really? The screen's
Yeah.
black.
Maybe
Oh,
it's
yeah.
because someone switched to something
Let's
else.
have a look.
Yeah, don't worry. You know what? We'll you know, technical difficulties is classic.
difficulties.
All good. We'll
Yeah.
try and get our
But
faces back
can
up.
you guys hear the audio?
Yeah, hopefully the audio's
yeah.
working. Hopefully the chat
Yeah.
can let us
It's
know.
all it's all Rahik's fault.
It's
Yeah,
all
for
right.
some reason I can't see. Let's see.
All right, well, we'll figure it out. In the meantime, we'll try and keep talking
Yeah.
about. All right, so music that we listen to. It's a very good question. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say one more thing.
Mhm.
Because we're talking about
If they can
Tenet.
let us know if the
Yeah, audio's working. Yeah, audio's working.
let us know in the audio. Oh, okay, yeah, the thing's back. I think.
that's perfect.
Screen's
Sweet, it's back. Yes, we're
Yeah.
back, people.
We're back.
Yeah, thanks for your patience.
Let's
You know,
go.
streams crash. We go black screens happen. So long as it's not a blue screen, we good. But yeah, you wanted to finish off with.
Yeah. So
something?
Tenet, when we were talking about it before,
Mhm.
Yep.
what do you call it?
Chris Nolan.
Travis Scott has a song
Oh.
on it.
Really?
Yeah, and it's supposed to come out.
There's always someone coming through in my
Every,
room.
really-
now all I
There's
need is
always someone
someone to,
coming through in my
You see, now I need someone to come walk in on me as well,
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
got the
yeah.
trifecta going. Right?
There we go. There was yes, Travis Scott has a song on Tenet, which is going to be pretty interesting because it's like really cinematics, quoted by him on his GQ interviews.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he's ever done music for like a movie except Fast and Furious, but I don't count Fast and Furious as a movie.
A legitimate movie.
How dare you? How dare you? Did you guys see that?
It's all
Fast
about
and
family,
Furious
okay?
game? Have you guys seen the Fast and Furious
Yeah,
game?
it's so bad. Oh my
Oh
god.
man, it looks awful. It looks like something straight out of like the PS2 era.
PS2, yeah.
Yeah.
The Vin Diesel's body, it literally looks like SmackDown versus Raw.
How dare you? That's how his body always looks.
SmackDown vs. Raw goes off.
Oh man, that was real shit.
That was the
Yeah,
shit.
I remember when it
Um,
first dropped. Man.
But yeah, what do you listen to, Adam?
I gotta say, my main kind of genres that I listen to is hip hop and R&B. But
Nice.
there are obviously other kind of genres that I like listening to, like electro dance. What else? City pop is good as well for people who have heard of city pop before. That's really good. That's like what is it? Plastic Love.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
Plastic Love goes hard.
Yeah, it's like stuff that what is it? People in the '80s listen to, but for some reason the Japanese are singing it.
Yeah,
Um,
the Japanese version's way better though.
But yeah, no, yeah, primarily I listen to hip hop and R&B.
Nice.
That's just me.
Yeah,
And whatever Spotify recommends, because well, why look for songs yourself when an algorithm can
Yeah.
tell you what you should listen to, mate?
so someone
knows
in
you
the
better.
chat said, "I listen." Sorry, Sultan in the chat said, "I listen to the voice in my head." That's
That's
relatable.
that goes off, man.
That's relatable.
yeah.
Yeah, especially when it tells me I'll never amount to anything. I love that track.
Yeah, I think that I heard
I
that
love
track.
that
It's called
track,
Depression.
yeah.
That one's on
Yeah.
repeat, man. I listen to that on repeat.
Yeah.
What
about
about
you,
you,
Samad?
Samad? What do you listen to?
Yeah, besides the voice in my head, I listen to I listen to hip hop, R&B. I also like listening to a lot of
You like jazz?
uh,
Yeah, yeah, I like
No one,
jazz.
Yeah.
no one got the reference.
You like
you mean
jazz?
jazz?
Yeah,
Jazz, man.
it's from B movie,
Okay, right.
No,
guys. No one got them.
I
any
never
reference.
watched
I didn't get it.
B-movie,
I didn't
man.
get it, bro.
I've only
I
I've only
didn't
seen
get
the
it.
memes of B movie. It has like B movie, but it's like in a minute or something like that.
Oh, those ones are great.
But I also
yeah.
enjoy stuff like the scores, man. I love movie scores. It's like a thing. I mean, you've seen me go.
Yeah, I love cricket scores.
Yeah, I know you do. You look.
Nah,
Yeah, no,
I haven't
you know-
watched
Yeah,
it.
I've been to
Yeah.
like Hans Zimmer twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Twice.
Twice, man. Yeah.
I know you did. I know you're telling me that you went to Hansen, but now you're telling me you've been to him twice.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
There
yeah,
you go.
yeah. And it's an experience. If you guys enjoy that work, man, you have to see it live. Like, it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I'd love to go and like, I don't know, to some. You see, I'm not very good with like soundtracks to things. It's never really something I'm good at. Like, oh, like if I'm playing like a video game or a movie, like if the soundtrack's good, like it's good, but it never really like captivates me. But
Okay.
I know, I have another friend, Samad, who's really really good at knowing. He knows his like soundtrack.
Oh,
and
it's
stuff.
easier.
Yeah, and because here's the thing, because I play Dungeons and Dragons, which is kind of like a think for people who don't know, it's kind of like if you're playing like video games, but you're using like a board and you have like an actual physical character and you roll dice and stuff. And because I am what's known as the dungeon master of which
All right,
which-
Dungeon Master.
yeah,
Oh,
right.
Dungeon Master.
Who
Iba-
kind of like
Iba in
helps
the
like
chat said who watches Game of Thrones. We don't talk about Game
Yeah.
of Thrones, mate.
We
Like,
can talk
it's
about it
completely
before
blocked out
season
of-
6, but
It's got
yeah, even season
blocked out of my brain.
was season 6 when they went to like the sand snakes or whatever, like
the harpies.
I can't
the-
even remember, honestly.
I don't know. There was some part which seemed kind of man. Game of Thrones is so disappointing. I think season 5 was when it like
Yeah,
Yeah.
just kind
was
of.
that when he killed the
That was-
mountain and not the mountain
Oberon.
Tyrion, yeah, like Tyrion was like on trial and he was gonna get killed.
Yeah,
like
he
that
freaking
was season
escaped.
5.
That was
right?
really
Like,
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was really interesting.
that was so good.
Yeah.
I love that shit. But everything after that, yeah. Hiba said post season 8 depression. 100%
Facts.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Rahik, we don't talk about K-pop. No K-pop in this chat. Sorry.
Dungeons and Dragons getting Adam a bit too excited.
You know all about that. He's been trying to get us to play it.
I'm
yeah.
actually I've been trying to get these guys to play it, but like unfortunately it's much harder with
Unfortunately, I want to get laid in the future. So.
yeah, well we'll see, man. We'll see. But the main thing that man, I don't even know why I brought up Dungeons and Dragons.
You're
now,
talking
but-
about the soundtracks.
music.
We're talking
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
yeah, because because you can I just have music playing in the background like when they're gonna be fighting and stuff. And when I've played stuff, my friend would be like, "Oh, I know that song. It's from like so and so." I'm like, "God damn! Like, how do you know?" It's like, "Oh, this is from Lord of the Rings." It's like, yeah. So it's like I don't know all that stuff, but it is cool that you like. Do you have a favorite, I guess, movie soundtrack that you enjoy listening to?
Maybe Interstellar. I really love the organ work.
Interstellar.
Yeah, in Interstellar.
okay.
Yeah.
Is it just like what about it? Like is
It's-
quite captivating?
I think if you look at the documentary on like how it was composed, it had nothing to do with space, because so Christopher Nolan went to Hans Zimmer and told him to make a track about his relationship with his son.
Mhm.
So something that reflects the emotions between him and his son.
Yeah,
And
it's really personal.
yeah, so very personal. So and if you watch the movie, it's it's purely based in space. But if you listen to the music, it's got like that angelic sound to it. So
But
it
then also like
transcends.
a big theme of Interstellar is that it's emotion. It's pretty
Yeah,
personal as well.
very.
Like it's about his connection with
With his
kids as well.
with his daughter, and not so much as with his son, but
Yeah.
Cooper's relationship with his daughter. So that's what he wanted to reflect in that music. And then you look at how they get separated, and he's doing what you know, what he's asked to do for his daughter, you know, and the survival of the human race. So I find that like that connection and just the music itself, like you can listen to it. It's, you know, it's very calming. Like if you actually listen to it, Day One, out of all the soundtracks, listen to Day One. It's really good. The way it starts, yeah, and the way it like builds up, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, yeah, maybe I need to listen to more soundtracks. I think the only soundtrack kind of album I have is from Pokemon the first movie. That's it. I've got that somewhere.
It goes hard though.
But it's
does.
kind of like you know how we
That's
feel
hard.
about the anime openings, right? Like
Mhm.
they're iconic because they, you know, they kind of set the pace, right? Like we always talk
The
about
tone of
JoJo,
the show,
yeah, and it, you know, it fires you up. It's kind of the same, you know, when it comes to like the music. It complements it.
Just putting it out there, Fighting Gold, one of the best
Fighting
anime
Gold.
opening-
Let's
Facts.
see.
anime,
Actually, right here,
openings.
right here. There we go.
I
Fighting
only
Gold.
see, yeah, I only see
There
space,
you
bro.
go.
I only
Yeah,
see
I
space.
got
Oh yeah, and I see
Oh wait,
that.
I got yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. Fighting Gold.
How did Jono get to space, bro?
I don't know, man. How am I in space? All right,
That's
that's
true.
that's what we should all be asking. But yeah, what about you, Nihal? Sorry, Tak. Sorry.
Yeah.
What other kind of genre? Like you said, country, right? Which is a bit
Yeah.
of a meme. I know you listen to more than just country.
How do you know? Maybe.
I know.
maybe-
Tak Black told me, mate. Tak Black told me. Heard of that guy?
Yeah, vaguely.
Vaguely. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I listen to a whole bunch of stuff, but predominantly hip hop, rap would be my go-to. Especially more so in recent years, because like before my music was very pigeonholed into just 90s rap and J. Cole and Kendrick, and that's it. I was on the lyrical spiritual train, and now I just listen to a bit of everything. You guys ever heard of 100 Gex? They go off.
Ooh, sounds familiar, but I don't
If
think.
anyone in the
laugh.
chat knows, anyone in the chat knows 100 Gex, they know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You gotta listen to Money Machine.
Money Machine. Okay,
100
I'll
Gex,
have
yeah.
to check it out.
We can't play it on here because we'll probably get copyright striked. But
We'll definitely get
I wish
copyright strike.
I wish we could, because it's
Yeah,
Great.
I mean, you
mean,
guys can all check it on your phones.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the chat for everyone.
yeah, that'd be
Um,
good. Just so everybody can kind of check it out later or even now. I was gonna say, was there any other kind of big news coming out of music at the moment?
So I was so excited when I heard recently that Pharrell and Jay-Z had a song coming out today. I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
yes, like I was so excited, right? And then I heard it was like 2 minutes of hot garbage. Straight
Really?
garbage, yeah. It's like if freaking experimental hip hop and Rock Nation brunch group got together and they made a song together. That
Okay,
was just
yeah.
trash. It's like, I don't know. I'm like, this is a song I think only billionaires can enjoy. It's like,
Billionaires.
because like it doesn't make any sense to a regular listener.
Look, we canceled billionaires. All right.
Yeah, that's true. Last episode cancelled.
Yeah. But
Just on a side note, these go
Tulsi,
off. I don't know if you
yeah.
guys can see it, but
Good shit.
anyone who's brown, they know this shit.
Tulsi. The only
Tulsi,
Tulsi I
man.
know is Tulsi Gabbard, man.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't talk about her either.
Why not? But I was gonna say, yeah, that's a shame because like you'd think they would be able to make like a really good song, but maybe it's like too many like chefs in the kitchen kind of deal.
I don't know. It's just, I think they were on something. Those chefs are cooking something else for them, mate.
Oh, okay. That's kind of depressing.
It was horrible, and I was actually excited because, like, you know, for a lot of people, maybe they know it, but you know, one of my favorite tracks of all time is "Frontin" by
Oh, good song.
Pharrell and Jay-Z. Great song. So I was expecting some heat like that, as you know.
Wow, yeah, I
Good.
totally forgot those two were on that track. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really good
I love-
song.
I love Jay-Z's verse in that.
Hmm.
And then yeah, I just listened to this and I was just so disappointed, man. I know
Oh,
what else to
okay.
say about it. There's
Yeah.
a lot of talk about. I mean, I wish I kind of knew about it before because we could have talked about it on our cancelled episode. There's a lot of talk about Trey Songz
Oh yeah.
Okay. What happened?
How he shot.
Apparently it's a bit of a R. Kelly.
Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a bit of a, on the R. Kelly
Dang.
wave.
And then he's like going
Damn.
after underage girls.
Not so much. I don't know
Oh,
about
just
underage
is he
girls,
like
but-
grooming girls or?
Is he peeing on girls? Is that what
Uh,
you're telling me?
Yeah.
No, it's just like okay, minus the 14-year-old stuff. Because I don't think the girls are underage.
Yeah, I
from the
got
ones that
confused
have
with
come
Trey
out.
Songz and what's the
So
other name?
that's Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez, yeah. Yeah, I was pretty. I knew he shot him, man. That was pretty obvious. I don't know why it took us so long to.
I don't know,
come out
'cause
and
the
say it.
the initial stories that were coming out were like, oh,
They got arrested
together.
together, wasn't it? Like they got.
Yeah, and people were saying, oh no, Tory was defending Megan, like she was just because he had a gun on him, and everyone's like, oh, short kings, they defend their women
Short
or whatever.
kings.
And then then the story started developing into that he shot her in the foot, and now there's no official statement like what happened, but his team haven't come out and said anything about it. So
She did
I
come out
mean-
and say though. I think it was today.
did she actually say it?
Yeah, I think it was Complex. Yeah, they did put up a post. Pretty sure. Let me just double check.
Yeah, we need a fact check.
Fact check that
but-
shit.
Yeah.
but yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
Adam,
so
do
wait,
that.
so
Do your
me,
thing.
I don't even know anything about the story, man.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say,
she did come out.
So can
She
you
did come
explain,
out and say
can
identified
you
him as
explain
a shooter.
the Trey Songz thing?
Yeah,
like,
man, that's pretty
exactly,
interesting.
Like, what the situation
Are we
is?
gonna
Okay,
get?
so
Are we getting a documentary on him as well?
like most likely,
Most
no, I
likely,
don't know.
eventually.
A surviving Trey Songz, maybe.
I don't know. I don't think Trey Songz is like R. Kelly level of like popularity to like warrant a documentary. And maybe
That's
one
true.
on Netflix. One
Yeah.
that like a fan made thing on
It's-
Netflix that someone can kickstart.
It's funny because so pretty much it's just the memes on the internet. Like, so I think the funniest exchange that came out of this was on the internet. There was like this video going around about this girl who like sucked off like the whole Phoenix Suns team, and she was like talking about it on a radio interview. She's like, yeah, sucked off like 7 guys or some shit.
Wait,
No, I don't know if you guys saw it. It was an
I
interview.
did not.
Okay.
Did not.
So
Did-
pretty much
don't
that
know.
chick, she came out and talked about Trey Songz as well.
Mhm.
That
Damn.
like he does this, and apparently he like steals girls' phones and keeps it in his hotel room, and then forces them to like spend the night with him.
Living up to
together.
Mrs.
Oh,
Celia
that's
Girl,
the
man.
comparison, right?
Yeah.
Like, what does he put him on contracts and stuff?
Not contracts, but like
But yeah, he does. Okay, so he just
yeah,
does like
like
creepy
against
shit, like take their
against
phones.
their will. Yeah.
Yeah. Shit,
Um,
that's creepy, man. I
it is
mean,
creepy,
I wish I
yeah.
wish I could be surprised, but everything coming out of like Hollywood is like absolutely degenerate, like all the
But-
shit that they get
But
up
the
to.
thing is,
and
like
so-
Trey Songz is a good-looking dude. Like he's.
What do you mean? That's how they get away with doing.
No,
shit
but like,
this.
why would you need to force yourself on someone? Like, just you seeing
Are
the rich.
are you seriously
good-looking.
are you seriously asking? Are you seriously asking that question? Of course, man. Like all the people who are celebrities like take advantage of their position of power to use.
And it wouldn't be the
against people
first
who-
time, man. So
No, but like they don't have to force it on people. Like they can just be like, hey, like
Yeah, I think you're
Both
definitely
sides.
underestimating how much people don't want to do things that they don't want to do. Like
That's
it doesn't
true.
matter how good looking you
They're
are.
also-
Like people will say
That's
no to
true.
stuff.
and they're
know?
also in a position of
Yeah.
power, so it makes a big difference. The way they like look at other people would be very different to the way we see things.
and
Um,
especially if like I don't know the context behind
the
you
Trey
know
Songz stuff.
well yeah like because in the sense that like because it could be as simple as him being like, oh, he takes their phones and it's like, oh, you don't need this, and he just like chucks it away and it's like out the window. Like, yeah, that's pretty creepy.
Oh,
Like in
fuck.
terms of like them being able to say like yes or no to him, right? Like because what are they going to do? And also is Trey Songz, right? To some people that's how they feel. So I mean, if it's true, I hope he gets like investigated and
Yeah.
put behind bars.
I
and
mean,
all
like
that
he
kinda
came
great
he
shit.
came with receipts, but people just made jokes about it because it's like, that chick. So she said all that stuff in the interview, and then he posted like screenshots of her saying like sending pictures to him, and it's like, oh, look at me, like, look at how I look, and like just sending photos of her twerking. I'm pretty sure she called him the N-word. She's white as well.
Damn.
Oh,
so,
she's,
like-
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
that
She's
means-
cancelled.
She's
That's
just
that's
saying
it. She's
a whole bunch
cancelled.
of things, and he's like ignoring her. He's not doing anything. And there was this there was a message about her saying like, "I'll eat your ass" or something, and then he replies like, "Where you at?" And then the whole internet just went nuts. Like, 'cause it's like she's like literally twerking for him, inviting him over and stuff. And the minute she's like, "Oh, I'll eat your ass," then he's like, "Oh, okay. Where you at? Give me the address."
Damn.
Oh, I was gonna say we got a question from Heba.
Yeah.
She asked, "Are you all immigrants or born here?" I'm born
I'm-
here, but
I'm
I'm
definitely-
currently in space.
Yeah.
Space origin, born
Yeah.
here.
He's an Earth immigrant right now.
Yeah.
Aren't,
right
aren't we
now.
all immigrants? If you think about it.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's all relative.
I mean,
I think she
I'm-
means like
I'm
whether we were
definitely-
born in Australia.
I'm definitely an
or-
immigrant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Um,
Yeah. Did you want to say where you're from? Because someone was also asking earlier. Where exactly?
Which-
you
I
are.
was born in Karachi
Karachi. Ooh,
Yeah.
I played that level
Yeah.
in Call of Duty.
Yeah, I know you
2,
did.
Modern Warfare, mate.
with
Very
Arabic
level.
writing.
With Arabic writing.
It's rough.
Oh, how do you guys feel about the new Call of Duty
Cold
War
I
game?
mean,
that's gonna be
there's
coming out?
not much that was in that trailer, but from like the context and stuff, it's really interesting.
I
'cause
mean,
love the
they haven't
Cold
really
War
shown the
era.
gameplay, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I reckon it's just going to be it's going to be very similar to how Modern Warfare is, but
Yeah.
the multiplayer aspect is probably going to be very similar to Warzone. Like they're probably going to make
Oh,
Warzone.
Warzone is going to be that connecting game between all the Call of Duty games, so it's going to get carried across.
there you
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
almost like
okay,
an
yeah.
entity in itself. Yeah. That's why it's free to
Yes.
play.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
much a separate game.
Yeah.
They just update it here and there.
So what's going to happen is like when you launch Warzone on whatever you're playing it on, you'll see Warzone in the middle, and then you'll see whatever the current game is on the other side. Yeah, you know how you see Modern Warfare. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Does anyone here still play Warzone?
yeah. I still play
Yeah, I think-
In
Warzone.
the chat?
Yeah, I still play Warzone as well. But I play it pretty casually, man. Like
I haven't
It's usually
touched
just like
Warzone in like 2 months.
a casual thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Rahik in the chat's like 80 gig updates every 2 weeks. I
Every
think that's what
time.
turned
Pretty
Man,
much.
as well, like
that's what
every
turned me
day.
off.
Yeah, there's an
day.
update every day, almost at
Oh,
least a
man,
gig
that's
every
me
day. Yeah.
But
Yeah, like-
people in the chat, just send us topics that you want us to hear about.
Yeah. Let us know. Things that you guys are interested in. We're happy to talk about things. Because, one of the things that I've been playing recently is Horizon Zero Dawn. Now that had
yeah.
like a
Something I've been telling Adam for literally
Bro,
for
for
years.
ages.
I
man.
mean, he
ages.
couldn't play. it
Yeah, I
'cause
know,
his,
but I used to tell
PC
him go
Master
buy a
Race.
PlayStation, play that game. you're gonna have
oh
a
yeah,
good
now I
time.
don't have to.
Yeah,
But
like that
man,
4 years
such a good
later.
game. Yeah, still,
So
hey,
what?
man. Now's the time when everybody has nothing better to do during
That's
the
true, that's
apocalypse,
true.
man.
That's
I'm
true.
out here in space. I got something to do, man. I gotta
Yeah,
replace
how do you
some
find
Horizon
it?
Zero Dawn.
Colonize Mars for us.
Look, I'm working on it, man. Me and Elon will get up there eventually.
How
But
far
yeah,
are you into the game?
so I think like the main character, she's like a seeker.
Yeah,
So she's so I guess to kind of describe it to the audience, if you guys haven't heard of Horizon Zero Dawn, it's kind of like a it's like the Earth.
Post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, it's post-apocalyptic, but like humans have kind of formed like tribes,
yeah, so
but
they've
they're
gone back
using like
into the-
modern technology as
Yeah.
well. So they have like spears, but they're using like fragments of like old tech to like make it. So it's got this kind of like future post-apocalyptic kind of style to
It's very
it.
like caveman style, but then you still have the you'll see technology everywhere, and the way they like visualize it and the way they look at it is different.
And
too.
interpret
yeah,
it, too.
interpret it, yeah, and the stories, the myths, everything that surrounds it, the different religions they form around it as well. It's
Gotta
very...
get back to the good old Destiny days from Rahik.
Oh
Destiny-
man, I don't know
yeah.
what's happened to Destiny, to be honest. I know they try to I think they're running out of material, and
They ran out of material. Like,
they did
to-
bring back the darkness
like-
that they always talked about. Yeah, so
yeah.
the darkness is in the game now. So like now it's like the period of darkness where darkness is gonna take over the Destiny
Darkness.
of the Destiny universe. Yeah, they couldn't go for something more original, man, than darkness.
Well, I mean, look, I never got into Destiny because I think that was a exclusive, like a console exclusive for a while, right? Like on Xbox and PS4, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. So I never really got into Destiny 1, and then I don't know, I just didn't even though I feel like the game might have been something I was interested in, and I know 343 Industries, right? They made the game.
Yeah.
I loved Halo, and that's going to be a thing that me and Samad are going to be playing at some time soon.
I'm waiting for it. I'm
Yeah.
waiting
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it,
I know.
Paul.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, you've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn as well, right?
So I did I think I was trying to download it, but then every time I jump on this computer, it's always about doing something for the podcast or doing the podcast. So
They haven't had time.
yeah,
to
yeah, and
kind
it
of
takes up
play.
a lot of bandwidth. So I think I've downloaded
Yeah,
like
no.
20 gigs out of the 60.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big game.
It's a big game, yeah.
Yeah, just to kind of answer your question from before, yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of at the beginning. So like you're kind of traveling around and you're trying to figure out like what's happening with like the corruption in the world. Also, there's like
What's
creatures that
Wait, what's
are,
Rahi
like
talking about? He's saying it's free with Xbox Game Pass.
I think he's talking about Destiny, maybe.
Destiny.
I don't
Are you talking
know.
about Destiny,
Destiny
Rahi?
2 maybe?
Or are you talking about because Horizon is only available on PC,
Yeah,
right?
I think
Yeah.
you must be
And,
talking about because
Oh, Halo. Oh,
sorry,
Halo.
Halo.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Wait, Halo is?
The Master
Really?
the Master Chief could be.
Uh,
I wouldn't be surprised because that's that's the only
That's the
thing.
main selling.
Yeah, it's the,
point.
Yeah,
the
the
only
game-
selling
The
point.
only
that-
thing people buy Xbox for.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. Like everybody who I've talked to who has like an Xbox points out, like, yeah, like the Game Pass is like good value. Like everything that you get for it, like on top of like, I don't know, I guess pay. I've moved over to PC gaming, so like paying to play online is kind of like out of here kind of thing. But I think that's what the next generation of video games are going to be focusing on, right? They're trying to form a video games as service kind of similar to Netflix, right? So
Yep.
people who are interested in playing X or Y video game, you will be on like the Sony service or you'll be on the Xbox service, and you'll play the games that they release or present or have a deal with.
Apparently,
$5 a month. Wow,
yeah,
$5 a month.
That's
Oh.
really
But
good.
but do you have to also pay for live as well? Because if that's the case, then it's like, I mean, it'd be 25 or whatever.
Yeah,
the hell
is
it
it
But
like
still,
a double dip
still good.
or is it?
I'm sure it is,
yeah.
but I mean, it technically, like if you pay for like a year of Xbox Live and then it's like the $5 on top. Yeah, nah. So yeah, that's what I thought as well. But yeah, I still think it seems to be a good deal. Like if anybody's like interested in, playing games for the cheap and getting good value, like yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about the Xbox Game Pass, and I think that's what they're kind of selling the next generation of like Xbox games on too.
I agree.
And also because PlayStation's kind of got the dominant
Well, they do have they do have the dominance in that in that aspect, right? Like
Mhm.
it's going to be a while before anything else takes over, and that's why you see PlayStation is doing it whatever they feel like
I think-
doing.
I think Nintendo's doing pretty well with Switch, but
Yeah,
like obviously,
I reckon Epic Games is giving you free games because they just want to get your data. That's all I think.
yeah, Epic Games, yeah.
It's just
Epic,
it's just data
Rahik
mining.
also pointed out Epic Games has free games every 2 weeks for PC gamers. Yep, it's good shit. I'm always on that, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, man. Yeah, I mean, Epic is partially owned by what is it, Tencent? So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, by
CCP.
virtue, like yeah, they're going to be taking your data and sending it to China. So I mean,
Not like they don't have our data already. Yeah.
well, yeah, that's true. But yeah, no. To kind of get back about Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, I want to
I've
hear your
been playing-
thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts. Like, how do you feel
It's
about
good.
the game?
It's good. Like I feel like it's like it's very similar to the kind of Assassin's Creed games. I find like in a lot of ways because oh, by the way, like in the game there are like giant like monsters made out of like machine monsters that
Not
you
even
have to
monsters.
kind of-
They're like literally renditions of animals that existed in real life. You've got rhinos. You've got big falcons.
What about the big fire spitting thing? What the hell is that spit?
Oh, that's just like They just repurposed, let's say, a big bird, and they made it. Oh, you're talking about the bellerback?
yeah, or something.
Yeah.
I fought one of
Yeah,
those.
yeah. It's almost. I think it's like a.
Like an elephant or something. Like,
I
don't
think
know.
no. So I think it's they used a dinosaur to
dinosaur,
model.
got
Yeah,
it.
because
Yeah.
they've got like dinosaurs as well.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's all this kind of crazy like
Yeah.
kind of animals. Yeah, as someone was saying, like based on like either like dinosaurs or real animals. There's like a giant like chicken thing that like fights you as well. Like yeah, there's all these. It's really good. The story's really good. It reminds me of Assassin's Creed. Just because like how Ubisoft games they just have like a bunch of shit on the map and you have to go and see what's going on. Like that's what it. But I like it. I like having that kind of serotonin drip every time you complete
Yeah.
something. Like I gotta admit I
Assassin's-
like that shit.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Definitely copping it.
Yeah,
Definitely
I'll
cop
I
probably
don't
be
know.
getting it.
I don't think it's gonna be that great. Like,
No,
I'll still cop it, man. I got nothing
yeah,
better
I'm
to
still
do
getting
right
it because
now.
I like the Assassin's Creed stories and the
Yeah.
stuff that they do with it. Although,
the
like, yeah,
current
I think
day
out of
stories haven't been that great though.
the modern day
Last-
stuff, yeah, no, it's no good. The
Yeah.
modern, I don't know, even like the modern day stories in the old game were kind of
Nah,
like.
I liked Desmond's story back in the day. Like,
I mean, it wasn't as good as. That's the problem. The modern day stories are never as good as the actual
I mean,
history
that's because the
like
history.
stories.
That's the main focal point, anyways. But it's like,
Exactly. I mean,
they're
that's why
gonna
the
have to
Assassin's
have-
Creed movie did really bad because
Yeah,
apparently
that's
that
true.
movie was like 90% in the modern day, right?
I
Like,
tried.
was
I
it's like-
tried
yeah.
to watch. I tried to watch it because on Netflix. I tried to watch it the other day. It was.
It's
I fell
terrible.
asleep. I fell
You
asleep
fell
like
asleep.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Okay, good.
into it.
Now I know a movie I can watch
See,
to help me go to
I think it
sleep.
would have been more
Yeah.
fun if it was if they had one of the characters from the actual game itself, because it was an assassin that no one knows about. So like you can't
Is it-
really connect to this person. You're really just running
Yeah.
with the title. That's
Or
it.
even like a time period that people like have played. Because
Yeah.
it was like based in like Spain, like during the
Mhm.
Spanish Inquest, and it's like no one knows anything about Spanish Inquest from like an Assassin's Creed standpoint.
Well, that's yeah, exactly. Like it very much seemed to be a movie that tried to do we're doing a Desmond storyline. We're doing like a fresh Assassin's Creed storyline for people to follow, but like they didn't even spend that much time in the ancient
Yeah.
Spain or whatever, ancient Spain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a shame. But yeah, just to kind of wrap up about Horizon Zero Dawn, it's really good. I would recommend people getting it. Like, it sounds great, it plays great. The gameplay is like, it's kind of more like modern Assassin's Creed rather than like the old, Xbox 360, like PlayStation 3 Assassin's Creed games. Like, got a updated like fighting system and stuff like that. It's really good. It's really beautiful. It's really great. Visuals.
yeah.
Sounds really good. Acting really good. I love the main character. She's pretty good. Aloy.
Alloy,
Or-
yeah.
They say her name
Aloy.
really weirdly.
Aloy.
Like, I get it.
Aloy.
Aloy. Yeah, Aloy.
Aloy.
It's like we get it. It's supposed to be Alloy.
Alloy,
All right,
yeah,
we get
it's
it.
Alloy. But no, I really enjoyed the story, and that's the reason why like I even bothered going. At one stage I was at 100%, but then I didn't do the the quests that came after, so I never really like kept up with the updates. But yeah,
Oh, that post game stuff.
yeah, there's there's Frozen Wilds, which is a
Oh yeah,
DLC.
yeah. That comes with the game. Okay.
Yeah, and there was
Ah.
also like they were adding like more things into it. So because of course like people clocked it, so there were a lot of
Quickly,
people who
yeah.
were clocking the game. Even though there's a lot to do in that game, by the way.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like
to do in that.
yeah, sometimes I do get like really put off when there's like, especially with Ubisoft games where they just kind of have all these markers on the screen. I'm just like, ugh, do I really want to
Yeah.
spend like a million trillion hours? Because that was the case. And and have any of you guys played the Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
No, I haven't
No.
played.
No. So
played
that
Odyssey.
game is really big, and I did everything on the game.
Oh, really?
But yeah, but it's like I only kind of did it like incrementally. Like it took it took a long time to do, but it was just something good for me to just like do, like listen to podcasts like Mind Over Matters. Check us out. And
Like and
just checking
subscribe.
like and subscribe if you enjoy our content. But yeah, no, like just listening to podcasts and just like gaming in the background, it was just something to do.
What's Odyssey based on? Is it the
So I think-
ancient Greece.
Greece? Okay.
Yeah, ancient Greece. Yes, that's
Right.
it. Yeah, and it's really good. It's a big map and there's a lot of really cool stuff, but there's a lot of filler in it, which
How's
the story?
kind of was disappointing.
How's the story?
heard the story's
Story
not that
is
great.
mediocre.
Yeah.
Mediocre. It's not that.
See,
not
I
that
really
good.
like the story of Horizon
Origins
Zero.
is good.
I haven't played
Assassin's-
Origin. No. I
Okay,
haven't
so out of the
played the new stuff. The
new stuff,
gen.
Origins is much better.
Yeah, I've
in
heard
terms of
Origins
story.
much better.
Yeah.
And I
Even
think
in
the
terms of
combat and stuff
gameplay
is
as
better
well.
too.
Yeah, in terms
Yeah.
of gameplay, it is better.
Egypt,
but
yeah.
the main difference is like with the new Assassin's Creed games, they don't feel like Assassin's Creed to me.
Yeah,
Mm,
they
It's
don't.
like
They don't have that
It's
same.
like they should have made a different IP, but like they knew, if we slap Assassin's Creed on it, it's gonna sell.
Yep.
Yeah,
So it's like-
exactly.
And just take a
Um,
couple of elements, Hidden
Yeah.
Blade, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, it's just like any other kind of like, it's a lot of games that I think kind of borrow stuff from like Dark Souls and stuff. The kind of
Yeah.
combat that you use you use the triggers to do attacks. You do a lot of dodging and rolling and stuff like that. Yeah, like it's that kind of combat style that they've kind of taken from it. But I think Origins, out of all of them, are worth playing. Like if you haven't like kind of jumped on it, and then you can kind of assess whether if you like that game, then you can kind of go on and check the other ones out. But I guess actually one big thing that I really wanted to talk to you guys about is about DC Fandom, which is a kind of event, like social media kind of online event that DC Comics are kind of doing alongside, WB and AT&T and all that, kind of trying to promote all the new kind of DC movies and content that's coming out. And one of the big news that came out, because I didn't know about this until I think Samad shared it to you and Mitak, which was I think the new Batman logo.
Yeah.
The news about
that was pretty
Ben
cool.
Affleck reprising his role as the Batman
For
in the Flash
yeah.
movie. I guess we can talk about that one first. What do you guys think about Ben Affleck reprising his role as Batman?
When I first heard of the Ben Affleck casting, like back in what was it, like 2014, 2015, I can't remember.
Mhm.
But like everyone, I was thinking, nah, this is gonna be trash.
No, I disagree. I knew I thought
But
he was
only
perfectly cast.
for me, it was only because I saw him in Daredevil, and I didn't like him at all in Daredevil.
Oh, in
But then,
Daredevil, you didn't like him?
Yeah, but then I realized I think the major difference was just the writing of Daredevil didn't really give him a chance to shine his role.
Mhm.
But yeah, when Batman v Superman came out, even though the movie for me was like more is hit and miss, but like for like Ben Affleck as Batman, he was really great. So,
Well, actually, I was gonna ask chat. Let us know if you like Ben Affleck as Batman, because
yeah,
I don't know. I think
that's
it
true.
definitely was like up in the air, like for a lot of people that they thought like, oh no, Ben Affleck, he's gonna be shit. But like people said the same thing about what is it, Heath Ledger as the Joker, right? So
Yeah,
for me,
that's true. Yeah, like,
it very much came down to like and I think what sold it for a lot of people was when they saw him in the bat suit.
suit,
Like
yeah.
some
Sad
people
bat.
thought like he looked really like frumpy and really like which is fair enough because he did. But I think it definitely captured like, oh, they're going for a Dark Knight return
Frank
look.
Miller.
Yeah.
Frank Miller kind of
look,
big
yeah.
stocky Batman. He's got like the huge
Bit
ass,
older
like,
than
hat.
bit older
Yeah.
than the usual Batman.
Yeah, and I think once that came out, people were like, okay, cool, we can get on board. And yeah, like I thought he would be, and I think he did a decent job at being Bruce Wayne in his role as well. Like obviously it was only one
Very
small
brief,
part
yeah.
in the Batman v Superman movie, but hopefully we'll get more of it. But yeah, what do you guys think? What about you, Summer? What do you think about Ben Affleck reprising his role in the Flash movie that's coming out?
Isn't that one also gonna have Michael Keaton?
Correct. It will.
Yeah, so I think
Oh, okay.
that's the reason why they're bringing him back in the first place. Because I feel like because he's going to be traveling through time, so he'll probably come across different Batmans, and they want
I think it's
they
gonna
want to
be like a
populate it.
multiverse thing.
Yeah, it's going to be a multiverse, right? So they're going to introduce the whole possibilities, and they also said they will try and connect the TV series into the
Justice
movie.
League.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
into the
'cause
movie.
it-
Yeah,
which is very interesting because I think like last week or the week before, what is it? That Zack Snyder said that the TV series is going to be its own continuity separate from Justice League, and I think that kind of made it seem like, oh, okay, it's not going to be the new continuity. But it's kind of interesting to hear you say that, like that. Oh, yeah, they are going to tie it in with the series, because then that's kind of implying that the series is actually going to be the
in the
main
same-
kind of
yeah.
canon, and that's where everything's kind of branch off from, which makes
I think it's probably not really going to be the case. I think it's going to be one of those things. You know how he happened to be in the TV show, Ezra Miller. How he just crashes in for a little bit, kind of.
no. But do you mean that it's going to be working with the TV series that Zack Snyder's making? As in
No,
the Justice League TV series?
No. I think this is
The Batman TV
the Batman.
series.
Yeah.
Ah.
Is there a Batman TV series coming out as well? I don't even know about
Yeah. So you know how like the Batman that's coming out soon with Robert Pattinson.
Right.
Yeah, like that's having a spin-off show called, I think, Gotham PD.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
Yeah, which I'm excited for because essentially like and some
See,
people
I haven't
will be
really
like,
looked
oh,
into the whole fandom and like what they're going to announce, because I know they are going to
I don't
announce
know.
apparently people are saying that they've got a movie under the wraps as well that they're going to talk about,
Oh,
which they
nice.
haven't
Oh,
really given
okay.
much away. Yeah, so I'm kind of assuming that it could most likely be Green Lantern because that's one character
Could be.
that's
Yeah,
always been
they've
like
been-
up in yeah
He's been in the plans for a while.
for ages.
Like
Yeah,
him and Flash have been. I mean, I
Yeah.
was watching. It was on TV the other day, and I know no one really watches TV anymore. But like, I was bored, chuck on TV, and the Green Lantern film was on with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds.
times.
Okay.
good times.
And I was like, the thing is, like, when I was a kid, I was like, yeah, you know, even back then, I wasn't really a big fan of it. But there are like bits and pieces that I did like about that movie. It's just, as a whole, it's not a good movie, but there were bits and pieces that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
the suit doesn't really like sit well. I think
it's
that
a
also-
CGI.
yeah,
It's a
the
CGI suit,
CGI
right?
was
yeah.
Yeah.
trash, yeah. CGI
Yeah, well,
was trash.
I'm pretty sure Jeff Johns was helped to make that
Yeah.
movie as well. If I'm not,
Because
I'm not mistaken.
the story wasn't too bad. Like, you know, for a Green Lantern movie, like,
got some schneck.
it wasn't anything different.
Oh, is that your popcorn? Is that what's
You
happening?
know what it is? You're talking about movies, man. Gotta have some popcorn.
I ran out
Um,
of popcorn.
Yeah, no. So with all the stuff that's happening with like I guess the Flash and Batman and stuff, there was like a lot of talk about like maybe they're doing like a Batman Beyond kind of thing. You know, that's why they're
Yeah,
getting
I heard that.
Michael Keaton. So they're making so the big
From what
the
I
best
heard, by the way,
Mhm.
from what I heard, Michael Keaton's gonna be the de facto Batman moving forward in the movies. Every time they're gonna refer to a Batman, it's gonna be Michael Keaton, because
Okay.
because Ben Affleck. This is gonna be Ben Affleck was already done. He's
Yeah,
come back
he
for
was
this
just done,
to reprise the role, but I don't think he's gonna play like a major part in this upcoming Flash movie. And what's gonna be the case is they're gonna use Michael Keaton as that fullback, wise, maybe retired Batman.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's like depending on what they do with the whole like
What if-
multiverse stuff and
But what if they get him to play like Thomas Wayne Batman? That'd be
well, yeah, that's what I thought originally that they were
Yeah.
going to do. But like again,
That'd be
they also
dope.
have like an actor who played Thomas
Yeah,
Wayne,
in
which
the-
just kind of makes it weird. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how they're going to do it. I think very much
Was that
like
supposed to be the guy?
from
It would.
Walking Dead.
Yeah,
he's
Negan, the guy who plays
yeah,
Negan. Yeah, he
Yeah.
Oh,
looks
okay.
just like Thomas Wayne from the
from the
cartoon.
comics,
Yeah, even
Yeah,
the
I highly
animation.
recommend if you guys haven't read it before, or you can watch the movie as well. It's called Flashpoint. It's very very good. Good comic series. There's a good movie
The
adaptation that's
yeah,
really good.
The movie,
as
the
well.
The animated film was really good for it.
Have you read the Flashpoint series? Yeah. So you read the story about like Thomas Wayne and how like Bruce Wayne's
About
mother is
Martha?
the Joker?
Yeah,
It's so good.
Yeah, that was
It's so
really
good.
They did that
Um,
really well.
Yeah,
even
like
even in
again,
the animated series, they've done that really well.
They allude to it in the animated.
yeah, they
series.
allude to it.
Towards
They
the
don't
end,
actually show what she looks like.
Yeah,
right?
towards the
Yeah.
end, they kind of show
Yeah.
how it all went about. Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know. For me, it's going to be really interesting to see like how they introduce Michael Keaton's Batman. Like whether it's going to be because one rumor that I heard was it might be you know how he was in the original kind of Batman like series, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be set like 30 years in the future of that.
Okay.
So it's like a futuristic retired Batman. So that's one way
Yeah.
they could do it. There's a lot of things in the air. Another thing is they announced the Suicide Squad game, and they're going to be
Yeah.
announcing the I think like
Next
the Batman
Batman.
Gotham Knight game as well.
Yeah.
Which
So
is
I'm really
which is a
excited.
co-op, from what I understand.
The Suicide Squad one is, but
Yeah,
I'm not
the
too sure
Suicide
about.
Squad one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about the other one.
I'm
But
really
yeah,
pissed off if the Suicide Squad game's more like just purely co-op. Like
like the
it's alright.
Avengers game.
Yeah, it's alright. It feels like no, but even the Avengers game, they have like your single story and then they have co-op. Like,
AI.
no, I
So they
don't-
do have a
yeah.
single story.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
that's
wouldn't
good.
mind that either.
Yeah, that's
But,
all right. That's
Yeah.
that makes sense because it's a Avengers is a team, so yeah.
Yeah, no, I think if they're gonna have like a co-op focus, they will naturally give you the option to like have like AI play the other characters, or you can switch
Yeah.
between them. Like you know how like in
Lego
Arkham Knight, how you can
Batman.
switch between Nightwing and
Yeah.
or Robin or whatever, whoever you're playing with. They'll probably have maybe stuff like that, like switch to Harley or switch to Deathstroke at this particular time. Maybe you have to like time everything you do together. That'd be a pretty
Yeah,
cool way
that'd
to
be
do like
pretty cool,
puzzles
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else? Oh yeah, they're going to be probably showing off the Batman, the Suicide Squad movie by
James Gunn.
James Gunn's
Yeah.
Suicide Squad movie.
All the
and
characters as well. They're gonna unveil like who's gonna be in the movie.
who's going to be?
Yeah, and who's gonna play them.
That's
Yeah.
dope, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and I
exciting
think they're going
time to be a DC fan. Right
Isn't John Cena in that movie?
to. Yeah, he is.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think.
How
Won't be able
are
to
we
see
gonna
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that's his ability. He's just like invisible the
The same
entire
visible
time,
guy.
right?
Yeah. He's in the movie. I promise.
But yeah, like, and I think they're going to be showing like previews to Wonder Woman as well.
Yeah. The
it-
World War II Wonder Woman movie or something.
Yeah,
no, it's
1984.
1980. Yeah,
1984.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, but I don't know, like, I don't know what the situation's going to be with all things,
Considered,
locked down
yeah.
during Corona,
Yeah.
man. Like, I think with Mulan's going to be
It's on
what is
Disney
it?
Plus. Yeah.
Yeah, for $30, right? and,
Yeah.
and I think that's what's going to be setting. I don't know if you guys have maybe I don't know, maybe the chat can let us know. What, like, are you going to pay $30 for like Mulan, or will you pay 30?
Cinema tickets aren't even $30, man.
Well, that's how much it is in I think America. Like,
Oh,
I think
really?
that, yeah, well, I mean that's how much the pricing for the Mulan tickets are, right? Like, I'm not, I don't care about Mulan, but like,
Yeah.
I think at the same time, like, with all the costs of, if you pay to watch Mulan for $30, like multiple people can watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They kind of, it is in a way cheaper than maybe like paying for a ticket in the end.
Each
So,
person, yeah, that's true.
but yeah, like ultimately, I don't know if I'd like pay,
I
like
mean, you're already
$30.
paying per month, like however much you're paying. and
No,
then
no,
on
but I
top
think
of
you pay that on top, right? Like you have your
and then,
subscription and then you pay
that's what
that
I
on
mean.
top.
Like,
Mm.
because Amazon already kind of have that right now, where like you buy Amazon Prime and you get like all the TV shows and movies, but then there are some movies you have to pay extra for on top of that.
Oh, okay.
So Amazon already have that feature.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Trust Jeff Bezos to do some shit like that.
But are they for old films, not for new films, right?
No, for new films, like as in the Joker, the film that came out last year.
Mm-hmm.
That is on Amazon Prime, but you got to pay to watch it.
Yeah, it's like $5, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, yeah, but I think that's the thing, right? Like with the way that movies are going now, it's it's going to be, oh well, if you're going to watch the new Wonder Woman movie, you have to watch it through HBO Max or something, right? It's
Yeah,
going to be something
probably.
like that. That's what, and in the end, I think that's what, like, with the whole coronavirus pandemic thing, that's where all entertainment's going to go towards, right? It's like, oh, we want to
Yeah.
get everybody on our platform and watch things through our exclusive streaming platform and stuff like that. So I don't know, would you guys pay like $30 or whatever for a new movie that's coming out?
Yeah.
Depending- I don't know, man. I mean,
Unless
I've got a
it
big,
was-
I've got a big
unless-
screen in my room, so depending on what movie comes out, like Tenet, I don't see another way of watching it.
Unless I was
pragmatically,
really
yeah.
excited for a film, like like Tenet, if I was really excited for it, maybe I'd pay extra, but not for movies like, sorry, but Mulan. Like, I already saw it as a kid. I don't need to see a live action.
Man, that
film.
movie was like primarily made for the Chinese market, man. And like, I don't think
Yeah.
anybody in China is gonna watch a movie anytime soon.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
Are you
Japan's
sure, man?
already
They had
having
a
parties,
they're having
so-
like a pool party. Did you see?
yeah, I
the
saw that too, man. I don't know. Maybe they might. Maybe whatever Disney
Never
can
know.
get their
China's
money
gonna
back
carry
from making it.
the Hollywood
The
industry on their backs.
I mean,
now.
Single-handedly.
they're-
Well, they have been
I mean, yeah,
for a while.
For a
they've
while,
already
yeah.
been,
But they'll be the
they've already
only
been
ones
made
doing
a
it this
factor.
time around.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming and hosting with me on the Mind Under Matters,
Under Matters,
show
yeah.
here. Thank you, chat, for interacting with us, and you
Thank
can
everyone
check
for
us out.
tuning in.
Yeah. Thanks for
Yeah.
tuning in, and obviously, let us know, what kind of topic. If you guys enjoyed the show, like, let us know. Give us feedback and stuff, and we'll try and like improve, and stuff. But yeah, till next week. We'll catch
Yeah.
you guys later. See you later.
See you later, guys. Enjoy.
Once.